Dang, you're still on your phone.
Sharing.
That's wild. No,
I am my phone.
same. Sal is a laptopless Sal.
Guys, I forgot my backpack today.
Oh, which means he does not have a laptop.
He does not have a laptop, so he's rocking the Air laptop today. What is up, everybody? Yo. What is up, Karina? DT Mav, what is up? We are back for episode 20. We are 5 months into streaming. How are y'all feeling about that?
I'm excited because it's finally something that we're sticking to.
Yes.
To be honest, I thought the studio might have been a bad investment
At
first, because I know it's something that I really wanted, and we did like the first 3 episodes. But then, that's when you finally start to see, okay, you got to do this every week. You have to
commit to it.
You have to commit to it, and then you got to start. What is it? You have to start kind of planning your life around it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like from this time to this time, nothing else can go on, and you got to be religious about it. So. Dealing with work or being out, we've had episodes where we've had to skip. I think we would be at episode 23 right now if we didn't skip episodes. But hey, life gets in the way sometimes. But the biggest thing is find something you want to do and stick to it.
Yep. And we're gonna talk more about that later.
Exactly.
So we're not gonna go too much. But what is up? It's your boy Joey Schmoey. To my right we have
Raptorman 5.0.
To my front.
Not Raptorman 5.0.
Not Raptorman 5. I like that.
His new Instagram handle.
You should do that. Have y'all ever heard that thing where everything in the universe is either a potato or not a potato?
That's what I'm saying.
So everybody is either Raptorman 5.0 or not Raptorman 5.0. Hello.
Howdy.
How's everybody doing?
How's y'all's night going? Y'all do anything fun today?
Yeah, how's y'all's weekend going?
Actually, this leads us into our first opener. How was y'all's week? And that opens it to y'all too. How was y'all's week? What y'all do this week?
Sal?
It was busy.
To say the least.
You were in the valley this week, right?
I was for 2 days. Well, really, we're in the middle of doing a whole bunch of projects at work.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is moving the office to a temporary spot next door. While they remodel ours. And then the other one is we're deploying new phone systems, so I had to go to the valley to do a phone system deployment over there in the middle of doing remodel stuff at my primary office, which is here in San Antonio. So
Nice.
yeah.
I was in Corpus for 4 out of 5 days this week. We were out doing an install for the sisters out there. It was really cool. They were very nice. They gave us food. They gave us breakfast and lunch. But there's one thing. Old Steakhouse out in Corpus Christi, Texas. I will say this right now, and I've been festering for about 3 days about this. The best steak I've ever had. I wasn't going to say that off rip, and I did, though. But that was the best steak.
It had to be that good for you to just go straight to it.
Out of a 10.
A 9.
9?
I'm leaving a space for a 10 in case, like I go
find
to...
something better.
Yeah, if I go to, like, Gordon Ramsay's restaurant or something like that. But the best steak I ever had was at Old Steakhouse. I had the black and blue ribeye. It was just very crispy. Very like crispy where it should be, tender where it should be, and cooked. And they had this like the one that I got was in like a Cajun seasoning and they had like a gorgonzola butter. So good.
Let's see what we got. Actually, this is probably the first time we've had the chat go right off the bat. Joey, you got your dad in the chat. How you doing?
Hello. Zombies.
We got zombies fully exhausted from this week. Concerts 3 hours away, and today esports production from 8:30 to 4.
I
and
saw
then work
that.
from 4 to 11. So I'm fighting the need to pass out. Felt felt.
Yes.
Peter, mine was better than some of the club mates apparently. Yeah, there's been some weird stuff going on, and got people in their feels a little bit. From Pam, work was not it. Was kind of regretting getting into healthcare. Yeah, that's not for the faint of heart. You gotta be on your A game all the time. RJ Channel, how you doing? Welcome back. DT Mavs, he's gonna take you to a few spots that he thinks is better.
I think are you talking about? There's this one that he went to that he said it was really good called J Prime. Have you ever been there?
Sorry.
Wow, that's usually me.
Dang, guys.
2 episodes in a row for Sal.
J
No,
Prime.
Was it mine last time?
No, I mean your blips.
Oh. Dang.
There's a place called J Prime here. It's one of the dress code places. Not sponsored. Well done. It was actually medium.
Medium.
I always go medium because I feel
go
like
medium?
medium rare is hit or miss, but at the places I've been to, it's very hard to mess up medium.
I always order medium rare, just in case if they go a little bit over and you're in medium,
You're
it's still juicy. But if you say medium and they go too far, you got a piece of jerky on your plate. I'm sorry.
I forgot who. I used to have a friend that would always get well done, and I'm like, why?
Does Karina get well done? Question mark? Or
Do you?
are you asking Karina?
Are you asking if I got well done?
Joey, you can't make me want a steak this badly and not bring me a steak.
Hey, Corpus Christi,
Sponsored by Raptorstrike.
sponsored by.
Now,
One day,
I actually got a steak at Chili's one night.
was it good?
To be honest, it was
Really?
actually really. Either I was really hungry, or, I mean, like everything had flavor. Like usually when you get steamed broccoli, it's just the broccoli, that's it. But it was like salt and pepper seasoned broccoli and like a loaded mashed potatoes and a steak, and the steak actually had great flavor. No sauces, no nothing needed. Like I just cleared the plate.
Nice.
Which is surprising from a Chili's.
You know what place I feel like, I guess it depends on the location, but the one I usually go to, the Golden Corral steaks, for like what it is not horrible. It's not horrible. You might get sick.
I've never had.
What's the worst steak you ever had?
Oh, I'm gonna get hate for this because this is a long time San Antonio thing. Hungry Farmer Steakhouse.
Never been there.
The one, you know what it is?
I've on Military and 35.
35. It's connected to
Like the AT&T store.
No. It's next to it, but it's two places. It's Uncle Barney's on one side. It's like hamburgers, hot dogs, American food. On the other side, you can just walk inside of it. Is Hungry Farmer Steakhouse. Not good. Like their steaks, either poorly seasoned, poorly cooked. Not a fan of them personally.
Consistently bad or just
Consistently bad.
Okay.
Every time. My mom just went recently, or
So if it's consistently bad, why do you keep going back?
Whoa, it will be like years apart.
So you're telling me years apart, they're still consistently bad,
Yes.
and you still go back.
You have to try it.
Listen,
to see if they got better.
with
The
me
cooks
you get
fired.
one. With me you get one chance, and that's it. I'm never going back.
The cooks
Because
get fired.
why would I go to be disappointed again? Like, come on,
Hey,
Joey.
cooks get fired.
Joey, do
Cooks
better. Do
get
better.
fired.
Joey.
Do better. Don't
Do
be
better.
sorry. Be better.
Don't be sorry.
um.
Texas Roadhouse. Yes.
See, okay.
Texas-
Texas Roadhouse is consistently good.
Can I say a funny story about that?
Go.
I was, as y'all know, I did time in Florida last year, and I drove over there. Well, one of the nights that I was driving in Florida, I was just trying to get back to my Airbnb. I didn't realize that they had Texas Roadhouses everywhere. Well, I turn the corner and I see this big old bright sign, and it's the neon sign for Texas Roadhouse. And the first thing that came to mind was, how long have I been driving? I was so confused. I'm like, wait a minute.
Am I still in Texas?
What? I was confused. I was thoroughly confused.
You're like, did I make
Too
my
far
way back?
medium is too cooked. That's what I said. This week is payday week, so I guess that's why it was a tough week. Gotta work for your paycheck. With Peter, Ruth, Chris, everything tastes like butter. I've never been there, so I agree. It's DT Mavs. It was terrible steaks and okay burgers.
I agree. Yeah.
I've never been to Ruth Chris. Have you ever been, Sal?
What is that?
No. Ruth's Chris. Oh, so I'm guessing you've never been there.
No.
It's like a fancy steak restaurant, steakhouse. Hey, Kyle is and he took it off. Kyle, this is his first time I think watching live, but he usually listens. He drives a lot, like me, for work, and so he just has the podcast playing in the background. But it's good to see you, Kyle. Finally live. This is gonna. I think this is foreshadowing a great episode.
Yes.
And
every
I'm
10th
excited.
episode.
Yeah, every 10th episode.
Going good.
Medium rare is the way. Yes.
I don't know. Medium rare.
I
is
always get in
too
trouble because
bloody
the
for
people
me.
I'm with, they're like, just go bite the cow. And I'm like, that's not how that works. The Rizzler also? Man, this is
gonna be a good
this
one.
is the greatest crossover event we've ever had.
People say Endgame was, but the greatest crossover event ever. Noah, do you want to talk about your week?
My week, same as Sal's, extremely busy. As I mentioned in the last week's episode, I had some big changes happen at work, and so it's the first time that I'm actually diving into everything. I don't want to say alone, but I've got to step up my game and make up for it. So it's I'm running lead on certain projects and for testing.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like I gotta make a call and I gotta stick to it and I gotta understand why I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, if it's ever questioned later, I can defend it.
Say why you did it.
Yeah. So I was actually in Austin Thursday, Friday, and one of the things for Friday was I'm like, I want to at least get home by 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had something planned. One of y'all's phone is vibrating. Oh, it's mine.
Wow.
Oh, it's mine.
One of y'all's phones is vibrating.
Yeah. Well, then I look down and it was mine. But yeah, mine again. So
Did you get an orange?
I got orange this
he's
time.
got 2 oranges. Oh, it's
In case you haven't noticed,
yeah.
I've been building a wall of pink.
I enjoy a rare to medium rare. Gotta be pink. I agree.
That's fair.
I agree. But besides that, we finished up maybe around 3 o'clock, and I guess everyone was headed to Austin for Austin City Limits. And if I took 35, it was going to take me almost 3.5 hours to get home.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So on the GPS, I took a screenshot of it, but on the GPS, on every town,
Was it crimson?
it was what?
Or was it like the maroon or was it red?
It was red.
Okay.
Like it would go from orange to red to orange to red to orange to red, and then, but if I took the toll road 130, it was an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours,
That's not bad.
but somewhere in between there. So that's what I did, and I just hauled it on straight back and got home. Actually, I don't have a vehicle out there at the office when I leave, so my mom picked me up. Came home, I showered, and then left again. So, but let's talk about last night. I had a great night.
So to kind of interject here, if you
Objection.
you might know overruled.
You knocked down my.
About zombies. The more I talk about the more I
food.
talk about and think about food with Joy, the more I've come to believe that we cannot have an identical meal and enjoy it at the same time.
We talk about food a lot, and it's always like different.
281. Oh, from Austin, take 281. The downside for me taking 281 is I have a lot of equipment, and if I break down or like pop a tire, I'm on my own. At least with 130, it has their own like police department or something.
That's how I feel when we went to Wichita Falls. It was like a 30-minute difference. You either take 281 up or you take 35 all the way to 86 or something like that. And they're like, oh, 281's a scenic route. Da, da, da. There is no service. There is no one out there. All the houses look sketchy.
They should call it the survival route.
Yeah, no.
If you can make it through here, you'll be fine.
Oh, like it's all these small towns too. I was like, no.
So, on my way back from the valley, I checked the avoid highways option. on Google Maps. So it took me, whatever that road is, up to the border patrol checkpoint, right? And then it immediately did like a left turn and went down some like random back roads. Yeah. So it was like no service, no nothing, the entire way home.
The one thing that bothers me is that you have no service, yet your GPS is still working. I don't understand how that. Like,
it's not off.
Are they two separate things?
Okay. One's satellite, the other one's your cell towers.
So, if you are following our social medias, which y'all should be,
Chocho media,
y'all should be.
Agreed. Y'all should be.
I will drop.
Please and thank you. I'll say it like I hear banjos. Actually, a thing that.
Dog, your phone.
That's not me. That's him.
No, it was your phone, dude.
It was your phone?
That's crazy.
Well, I don't think it was me. I think it was him.
It was
him. You saw the whole. Anyways,
on our social media, y'all saw that we were at a comedy club last night.
Oh, I was still talking about his thing.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
we're off the rails. We're off the rails
already.
First, your phone goes off, and now.
No, I was gonna tell a short story really quick.
Okay, continue.
But I went on one of my first jobs that I had. We had an office out in Victoria, and so I drove to Victoria, but my GPS had me get off, and this is when I had Gwen. So now I'm in these random back roads and long farm roads, and I started getting chased by somebody in an F-250. And the only reason I'm saying I was chased was because I started going like 102 miles an hour around turns, thinking I'd be far enough away. That's like, okay, there. No, when I tell you I made a turn and all I saw was F-250 grill come across that turn about yay big in my rearview mirror, I'm getting chased. And I'm not about to stop and figure out why, or maybe something fell off my car. Leave it. I don't care. Do not chase me. But I got back on one of the highways down there, and the only reason I lost the person is because I was able to weave through the traffic. But yeah, that was my short story.
Nice. Was it white and green?
He's talking about the border patrol.
Dang. Got him. But we were at a comedy club last night. We went to Laugh Out Loud Comedy. Noah, if you want to talk about that one.
So the whole reason this came about is I have a family member that would like to be a comedian. That is his current goal and current dream. So he started maybe 4 years ago, and I went to one of his first I want to say improv open mic nights, but I don't know for sure if it was an open mic night. But it was at a bar downtown San Antonio. And so, listening to him go up on stage and start talking and cracking jokes, this is where I had mentioned, it was either funny because I was there, or it wasn't funny because I was there. Now you're like reliving that moment. And the way that he would say it was kind of choppy. He's fresh to being on stage, which it's one thing to be on stage and do like public speaking. It's another when you're trying to read the room and you're trying to make general jokes that'll make everybody laugh, because everybody has a different sense of humor. So it's really hard, similar to doing like the podcast. Sure, we're not right in front of all of our audience members, but we also have to try to include them and make jokes of people that we know, or we have to understand their humor when we say certain things. And you good? Or heavy breathing? Okay.
Oh, I was breathing hard. Oh, you were.
I was
so confused.
Yeah.
So so I went a long time ago. One of the big things is, I have a very large family, and not many of us talk because, with any family, big or small, there's going to be family drama, and I just don't care for it.
Fair.
So, not a lot of the family talks. If it is, it's one or two members over here, one or two members over here, and so His name is Juan Perez, and you can find him on Instagram as Juan Perez comedian. He has a little the verified check mark on the side, and we'll have all of their tags listed on the what is it called?
Description.
The description of this video when it finally goes up. But he wants to be a comedian, and I went to one of his shows, and he always told me, when he first started, he's like, hey, if you ever catch wind of one of my shows or where I'm going to be performing, don't tell me. It's like, don't tell me you're going to be in the crowd, because it'll mess with me. And I understand that feeling coming from, doing live performances with the mariachi. Is like, when there's people that in the audience, you're so worried about doing good. Like, you want to impress them. That's the whole reason that you're on stage, is you want to impress the people, and you want to put on a good show, and you want to entertain them. So he always said, don't tell me when you're coming. So at the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club, I've never been to a comedy club. Have either of y'all?
No, that was
negative.
No. So this is a first time experience for all of us. And he actually started touring with Chingle Bling, which, for any of y'all that actually know who he is, it's he's a funny guy that relates to a whole lot of us that grew up in the ghettos, to say the least. The easy way to put it, he would make parody songs, and he just wanted to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we try to do when we do our videos is crack a joke, say something that'll get a viewer to smile. If there's anything that you should do at least once a day is smile. For even if it's not for yourself, do it for another person. Do it, just smiling alone will help. But that's a separate topic. So he's been touring with Chingle Bling, and they're coming towards the end of their tour. Actually, they're at the end of their tour, and they saved San Antonio for last. And Juan actually, he posted it on social media, and I see all the flyers for it. So I said, you know what, let's go. So one of the things, DJ Loco, how's it going? How's the new album coming along? Or is it an album playlist? How do you say it? What's the correct term?
Album, no.
Album.
LP. I don't know.
Yeah, my mixtape.
A mixtape.
How's your mixtape coming on? But I said, you know what? Let me get with the guys, and I invited Alina as well. And so I said, okay, let's get tickets. Let's go. I've never been to a comedy club, so I didn't know that it's not based on tickets. It's based on table. So you can buy a table for 2, or you can buy a table for 4, which makes things weird, because if you go alone, you're sitting at a table for 2. But so we got a table, and of course, none of us know really how to dress to go to one of these things, and we don't know if it's important. So you had one person dressing really fancy. You had, actually, I was wearing this. So Sal was wearing a button up, and Joey was wearing a Raptorstrike shirt with
baseball jersey.
With the baseball jersey, over it. So we look like a handful of people that have never been in that building, because everyone else is dressed, they're dressed up and button ups and slacks and dresses, and then there's us 3 bozos that look out of place.
They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. What a bunch of a-holes. Anyways, and I see his silhouette. Let me back up. I reached out to him, and I told him, hey, I know you told me not to tell you when I'm going to be there. I said, but I just want to let you know, I bought a table, and for one of the 4 days that y'all are performing, actually they're performing tonight, and if y'all can get a table for tomorrow, I highly recommend the show.
Did you hear they sold out all today?
They did?
They sold out the night, because they sold out the 7 o'clock yesterday, and my dad told me that he looked online and they sold out the 9:45 too.
Yeah. Well, if you are able to make the one that's for tomorrow, I highly recommend it. I had tons of fun. But I messaged him and I said, I know you don't like, I know you told me not to tell you when we're going to go, but I bought a table for one of the 4 nights that y'all are doing a show, and I'll be there. And he told me, he's been doing this long enough that he said, oh, that doesn't bother me anymore. So I said, all right, well, 9:30 tomorrow, I'll see you. I'll be in line. We'll be waiting. We'll be in the audience. So I saw his silhouette. There's a big dude. I saw his silhouette from afar, and so that's my cousin. I know that. I noticed that build anywhere. He built like a Buick, man. So I'm trying to wave at him, kind of trying to be inconspicuous, and he sees me. He walks over. He talks to us for a little bit, and the entertainment business is just a monster. I mean, so he's tired. You can see it. He's like, "Woo, man, I'm just tired. Ready to get this show on the road. Go back to the hotel and sleep." So, what were your takeaways from what was your experience with Laugh Out Loud?
Honestly, I like the environment a lot. It was a lot more crowded than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more spaced out than it was, because it was very like shoulder to shoulder. Like when we started sitting down and everyone started kind of going into the room, I started getting, I guess I was nervous. Like everyone just started coming in. I didn't notice it.
Claustrophobic.
Like I was fine, and then my stomach just started hurting, and I was like, "What's going on?" So I guess I got nervous subconsciously, because it was a lot of people. Like it was a chunk of people.
Yeah, it was packed.
Yeah, but honestly, the whole thing was fun. Like all the comedians are hilarious. They're very personable. They're very
Relatable.
Yeah, they're very relatable, and just all the humor was something that we probably said along the lines, like the second guy, Danny Guerrero, his jokes are just like out of what we say to each other on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So what was the lineup?
It was, to start the night was Noah's cousin. He was the host of the show, Juan Perez. The second act, I guess, was Danny Guerrero. Then it was Javi Luna. He was from Corpus Christi, and he was hilarious. I like that dude a lot. And then to wrap it all up was Chingo Bling. That was the entire lineup for the night.
Yeah. It's what was your experience, Sal?
Honestly, it went great. I was laughing the whole time, as I should have been, right?
I was gonna go.
What?
Go.
I was gonna say, you know what? I was really nervous that there was gonna be one act that was just not funny.
That was just gonna bomb.
Yeah, that was just like. But.
And achoo, there he is. Yep.
Got him.
Bless you.
But you're saying so. Sorry.
Hold on, let me recover. Give me a couple seconds.
He's rebooting right now. Hold on.
Where you guys just talk?
Because we're waiting for you to say something.
Okay, so
He said talk over me dying in the corner.
forgive me for dying too loud, but
You're forgiven. Don't be sorry. Be better.
but no, like on it, they were all really good. Like there were no, like Joey said, it like we were expecting one of them.
There weren't awkward pauses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I went to that first open mic night, there were a lot of awkward pauses. There was one girl that was performing, and she couldn't remember any of her jokes, so she had them all written down. So like she would make the joke and nobody would laugh, and she'd go, "Not that one." So that was funny, but at the same time, you're like, "Oof, you really did not. You prepared just as much as we do for the podcast,
Yep.
But the lineup was strong, and a lot of the things that came out of it, I guess what I was telling the guys is I believe they were so funny to us because they were all very relatable. What are they, pink again?
Yeah.
Great. They were all very relatable.
Mm-hmm.
And so Chingo Bling going up last and just killing it. One of the funniest things, I try to take video. As y'all know, I work in construction, inspections. Joey works AV. Sal works IT. But we all have something in common. When we go to different places, and it's not that we do it on purpose. It's more so we're so used to it, and it's hardwired into our brain that we walk into a building and we start looking around, start looking up how it's constructed, things that might be missing, how things are ran, how the wires go, where they could have done something different, where they could have done better.
All three of us were looking.
all three of us, apart from sticking out like a sore thumb, we were all looking up. You know, look at how they put that together, and these guys are talking about the speaker setups and how they have the mics ran, and then, I mean, they were going off. So I tried to take a video, and you know, I wanted it to be like B-roll, you know.
Yeah.
But the flash turned on my phone, so all you see, so on the actual video, all you see is Joey like start squinting. He's like, "Dude, did you just start recording?" I'm like, "Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I didn't know the flash was on." So I had tons of fun. Chingle Bling afterwards. I had taken a shirt, the green Raptorstrike shirts with the gold that you see me on episode 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn it, 18.
17.
17 was the camping episode.
Okay, man, we've already had. Whew, I'm out of it.
Flying.
So I took my cousin a shirt and a jet tag, but after the event, they had like a meet and greet, and it wasn't an extra charge. It wasn't, you know, you don't see that a lot, or at least I don't know how the comedy clubs work enough to say that they don't do that a lot. But with other entertainment type stuff, even like if you go to Comic Cons, they are selling a photo and a signature, you know, and a autograph.
Yeah.
But with Chingle Bling and the comedians, you could wait in line before you left, and you could go talk to them. You know, you get like 2-3 minutes of little chit chat, take a picture. If you had something that you wanted him to sign, he'd sign it. You know, no charge. It was just, you know. And so we were going through the line, and Javi Luna had his t-shirt, his merch.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked to him for a little bit, and you know, even off the stage, everybody, as you would expect, the comedians off the stage crack jokes like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the time where we all get to play, because we have jokes of our own. So I mean, we had some of the comedians laughing because I guess they don't expect people to be on a certain level to be able to be funny with them, or like build off of their joke and continue it. So we have a photo of Joey and Alina with Javi, and then we get to Chingle Bling, and you know, we talked to him real quick. Okay, can we take a picture? And I told him, hey, would you mind if Juan comes in? I told him, you know, Juan's my cousin. You know, he's family. That's why I'm here. And so he's like, yeah, bring him in. So we have a picture with all of us, Juan and Chingle Bling, and you know, like I said, very personable people. First and foremost, we did ask permission to use their names and to talk about the show. And so before anybody wants to say anything, you know, we're not that we're bad mouthing the show, but just because we're mentioning it and we're using their names, we asked permission, just to get that out of the way. But all those guys that went on stage that night, amazing job. I know it's called Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club, but I'm sure there's certain people that just completely bomb. But I think from the moment they got on stage, with the initial introduction and you know, Juan getting up on stage and telling his act, great. I mean, I laughed from beginning to end and even afterwards. So it was a great venue, and I'm excited to go back for, you know, other comedians that I like, or even if, you know, if Chingle does another tour next year, I'd like to go again. Mm-hmm. Huge support for those guys out there. It's not an easy job, and of course, you know, when one of the themes, going back to our episodes and what we want Raptorstrike to be, today's theme for inspiration is follow your dreams, and I think currently we're in pursuit of that. Mm-hmm. To follow our dreams and also figuring them out. But for Juan, when he you know, came to the family and said, I want to be a comedian, I'm gonna try open mics, I'm gonna try improv, I'm gonna try, you know, I want to get my name out there, I want to perform. He caught hell for it, you know. And granted, not every time that you catch hell for wanting to do something, it's not always out of bad intentions, but a lot of the times, our family wants us to have a stable job, a stable income, something that you can do for years and years and years and years, and then retire and die.
Yeah.
So when you try to do something out of the norm, it's sometimes a problem, which I understand both sides of the coin, but at the same time, Juan, I think highly of you for the fact that you didn't give up, and you've made it this far already, and you have no sign of slowing down. And one thing that I do want to, express is just always follow what's next. You want your dream to outweigh any fear. And if it doesn't, then it's not your dream. It's just another to-do on a list of like a bucket list. But if it's your dream, you'll be obsessed with it. You'll want to do it. You won't let what people say deter you from doing what you want to do. So, when I started Raptorstrike Performance, Juan would actually bring his vehicle to me and get the maintenance done, and he would go through me. He would his other friends that were also comedians, he would send them to me. Like if they needed something, he would send them to me, or he'll call me to do like a house visit to work on a vehicle. So in that sense, Juan showed a lot of support to me in the dream that I was chasing, which turned out not to be a dream. Turned out to be a big hole in my pocketbook. But I do appreciate that, Juan. It didn't go unnoticed, and my biggest thing is, he supported the dream that I was chasing, and I'm gonna support him on his journey of what he wants to do, because he's already made the ultimate sacrifice to do what he wants to do, and I think that's great, because not very many people can say that, and nobody can take that from you. I said that, I'm having deja vu because I've said these exact words on our very first sit down and chill back in 2020. And if it's something you want and it's your dream, you're going to keep on going. You're going to keep charging for it, because it takes time. And even when you fail, you learn from it. Okay, that joke wasn't funny. Don't tell it anymore. Or maybe you can tell it in a different setting, but it's not show worthy. And for him to be doing this for a couple of years now, it shows that he's not stopping. Maybe he had a bad show. Maybe, you're going to bomb every once in a while, but he stuck with it. And I think he's doing great. I was laughing.
His show was really good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the funny, or as I told you guys, after the show, I heard his act that he had last night was similar to the act that I heard 3-4 years ago when he first started. But this time it's polished, it's clean cut. He has each joke flowing between each other to where he can kind of navigate it. So I can see the progress. He's not nervous on stage anymore. Mm-hmm. And that's natural. When you first start, you're going to be nervous. There's nothing, you can go back to our first episode. I still stutter pretty badly, but we were more solid. We were more, what do we say? People are watching. What do we do? But after a while, as you continue doing it, it just becomes second nature. Mm-hmm. And all I can say is I had a really great time. It was a great first experience. All the guys that Juan, Danny, Javier, and I don't know his real name, but Chingle Bling. All those guys, I got to give them props. I got to give respect where it's worth, and all those guys, they are good at what they do, and they continue doing it. And I recommend their shows, especially if you have a Latino background. There's a lot of stuff they say that you can relate to, and you just laugh because they talk about family members, they talk about events, they talk about personality traits, and you're like, yep, all that is true.
That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, and that's what makes it funny.
About it,
and you're like, oh, I thought that was just me, or I thought that was just our family. There's a lot of things that carry across, not only, you know, if you're in the same culture, but there's a lot of things that carry across everybody, you know, the globe. It's not just you, or it's not just your family. But I had a great night. I mean, for the lack of a better term, absolutely a core memory unlocked. Mm-hmm. And you know, I'm so proud of him for continuing what he's doing, and you know, he's doing a great job. So thumbs up for me. You know, if I gave it a rating, you know, 5 out of 5 stars. I had a great time.
Nice. Yeah. To go off what you were saying earlier about following your passion, I think that's what it's consistency that will make it successful, right? And I think that's what a lot of people don't get when following their passion, is they think, if I don't go viral off my first video, I'm never gonna make it. If I don't make everybody laugh at my first comedy show, I'm not gonna make it. But it's the consistency of just keep going, just keep your head down, keep grinding, keep having fun with it. You know, you're going to get a lot of hate. You're going to get a lot of friction. You're going to get a lot of pushback. But just keep going. I mean, to kind of tie it into, I guess, us, we had friends that weren't really for the podcast at first. You know, we had some people who didn't understand it at first, but there's always the supporters that have been there since day one, and we kept at it. And now 20 episodes in, that's insane. That's insane to think about, because we do have a track record of starting something and not finishing it. And I think we all thought that was going to happen at some point.
Hence the Mustang that sits out front of my driveway
with the Bluetooth engine.
Bluetooth everything, seats.
Hey, it has wheels on it. It rolls.
It rolls, you know. Yeah. There's that. Right?
But I lost my train of thought. Starting things. When Noah first came to us and like, I want to do a studio, I thought it was something that was going to die off. I thought it was going to be like, well, we're going to start it and life's going to get in the way, or motivation's going to go down, but we were all for it. That was when, like, I know I started getting into my job a little more with like set design and stuff like that, and I wanted to take a crack at designing the studio, and then Sal was designing the audio, and you had the ideas of bringing this all together, and then we did it, and episode 1 came around, and like you said, if you take episode 1 versus episode 20, there's gonna be a huge difference of production quality, of confidence, of content, you know. And now we're here, and I wouldn't say we haven't popped off. We're getting well known. We're getting pretty known in San Antonio. Like today, I was watching the video from the when we did a parade. I heard someone in the background say, "I know that truck." Did you hear that?
What is it?
Table quality.
I know the parade you're talking about.
It was the parade, and just getting that recognition of like seeing us getting recognized, you know, every once in a while, even being an official partner with Raptors and Rifles. We went to that event in January, and we joked about, what if we were a part of this one day? And we are. We're on their website. We're friends with them. We both talk to each other a lot, and we're here, you know. And it's only been what, 9 months, 10 months? Well, it's been technically like 4 months, 5 months since the podcast started, you know. But that was a lot of laptop. Yes, if y'all didn't see, I have my laptop plugged in this time.
Laptop's charged. Yep.
And it took a lot of those, ignoring the pushback, doing this when we didn't want to.
Now, I'm not saying it was hard to ignore the pushback.
Oh,
you know, it's not. That is probably one of the most extreme, worst things to try to do, is ignore. At that point, like I said, I understand both sides of the coin. You're pushing back against reason.
Yeah.
You're like, what are the odds that this is actually going to work out? What are the odds that people are going to start recognizing y'all. What are the odds? And it's probably 1 in a million. To be honest with you, it's probably 1 in a million. And in at that rate, like I said earlier this year for, episode 1, I have a little bit of a new lookout on life, or a new outlook on life. If I've got a pulse, I've got a chance. Okay? There's a lot of things we've completed that make absolutely no sense, but it's simply because we said, let's do it.
I'm bored.
I'm bored. I'm sad. I'm in my head. I'm all these things. And it's like, I can do more. I know I can.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to set out to do more against all odds. 1 in a million, which means I got a chance.
Yes.
And if a lot more people took that mindset, I think a lot more people would be happy. Because yes, it sucks to grind this out. Really, really, really bad. There's times where we've been burned. Bad.
Mm-hmm. There's times where we had to miss either important stuff or fun stuff to do this. But
you have a chance. You're working towards that goal. And at the same time, you gotta remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. There's a song from one of my favorite groups, AJR. It's called 100 Bad Days. Have you heard that song?
No.
Have you heard that song?
No.
In the song, they're singing about bad stuff that's happened to them. But the way they're twisting it is, if I've lived 100 bad days, I have 100 stories to tell at a party to seem interesting. I have 100 stories to tell. And it's like, yes, you can feel bad about the things that have happened, but you're still working towards a goal. So everything that's happened, I'll give an example. A few weekends back, I was trying to help somebody out and repair their washer. Okay? In the process of me trying to repair their washer, I broke it even more. Like, beyond repair.
Mm-hmm. Foobar.
At that moment, I was upset. But at the same time, quite literally, right after it happened, I said, well, do you want to go to the store? Because I can't fix this. I made it even worse. So we went to the store, and even there, like, we walked in and I'm like, what washers do y'all have in stock? And they're like, well, if you pick one, I can tell you, but that wasn't my question. My question is, what do y'all have that I can take to, I had to ask my brother for help, and man, he gave me hell for it. I was like, I don't want to hear about it right now. How you doing, Cynthia? Welcome Hello. to the podcast.
Bienvenidos.
But I broke it. Now, when they have guys that bring out I pointed, I want that one. I know you have it. It's sitting right there. Okay, well, we can get you a brand new one, blah, 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 blah. Paid, walked out. The guys came out, more pink. The guys came out with the washer, and they said, so what's the story? I said, what do you mean? They said, well, the girl that you just bought this for, the cashier, she told us, this guy walked in and was like, I just need whatever washer y'all have available. He goes, he pointed, he swiped his card, he walked out. Like, that was it. I wasn't there to shop around, and we weren't going to try to get the best deal. It's just, here it is, and I need it. Let's go.
Washing machine.
So he's like, this is probably hands down the fastest someone has ever bought an appliance, because they're like, you just walked in, walked out. Mm-hmm. And I go, well, let me tell you what happened. I opened up the thing. I was trying to fix it. I broke it. I looked at them and I said, you want to go to the store? I said, now I'm here. Here are you two loading up this. And there it is. And those guys were laughing extremely, probably harder than they should have, I should say. First off, lower your voice, but when you think about it, maybe not all, but some of the bad stuff or things that you think are bad, they make great stories to tell, because it makes people laugh. If you take everything with a grain of salt, you'll be fine. And I learned that from my mother. her biggest thing was if you can take things, not so much at face value and just joke about it, you'll be fine. And I'm probably one of the luckiest persons on earth to be able to have someone to tell me that at an early age, because I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people that I've met in my life that have never been told that, and they really should have been told that. But I digress. It's things that happen. They make great stories even when they're bad. Just remember you had a goal and there's a reason why you started to do something. And I've been kind of fishtailing into different points, but I'm trying to keep it linear. I'm trying to do better at, just So that I'll get off my soapbox, but have a couple stories ready to tell. Don't be afraid to make fun of yourself. Don't be afraid to, you're not going to be the best person in the room all the time, every time. And if you are, you want to say, if you are, or if you think you are sorely mistaken.
No, I am. No.
So
everybody's going to mess up.
Where does that, I haven't heard him speak.
Because I can't breathe.
Oh, allergies?
Yeah.
How many of y'all in the, you have to laugh at yourself. Exactly. You have to. If you take yourself too, well,
no, yeah, we do.
we laugh at me a lot. That's only because I mess up all the time, but we learn from it. Do I learn? I still mess up more stuff, but it is what it is.
Mess up different stuff.
I mess up different stuff. Yeah.
There you go.
I just know that I'm not touching. The funniest thing is I'm not touching washers anymore.
Oh.
But like our washing machine at home started making a noise. My mom's like, it's making a weird noise. I go, you want me to look at it? No.
Was that when we were here? Because you're like, don't touch it.
No, she's like, leave it alone. And I go,
everybody was like, don't touch it.
Oh, somebody else. Somebody else told me, hey, just stick to cards. Just stick to cards.
Wasn't? Yeah.
Don't go into. That was Sergeant Hood.
Yeah.
He said, just stick to cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, wait, are y'all laughing at me or with me? There's a difference.
At you.
Oh, okay. Hey.
We're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you.
Y'all answered a little too quickly. Okay.
What's your take on it, Sal? On, I guess, following your passion? Yeah,
I'm literally eating a Starburst right now. You're gonna eat an eyeball or what?
Well,
that was like the third time this since last week.
Anyway, my take on what?
I don't know about y'all, but I'm literally the best. 0 death in every video game ever.
GG, easy.
No comment.
Anyways,
you want a side of rice with that?
You were trying to get my take on what?
Following your passions, like getting,
just do it.
Grinding. Yeah.
Don't let your dreams be memes.
Imagine. Yes. Sal's take of the.
It's really hard to get you to talk about something because you're a very logical thinker.
You're very.
So all of your answers are short.
Just do it.
Stop crying.
Short and to the point.
He's like, just be rich. Just be better.
Like, you want money? Work.
don't be broke.
Don't be broke.
All day he's leaving.
But yeah, just keep on the grind. Same thing. It's something I heard, like with the lottery. Of course, obviously none of us have won the lottery, but to win you got to play. To win, to have a chance at winning, you have to play. So to have a chance at taking your dreams where you want them to be, you have to put some effort into it. And there's going to be days there's days we don't want to do this. There's days we don't want to set up. I mean, there was one episode that we literally set up like 10 minutes before we were supposed to start because we were just kind of dragging it. I think it was before episode 10. We just were like, ugh.
Was it?
I don't feel like it.
I was probably the Alamo HeroCon that we did just 1 hour.
Yeah, we set up like 10 minutes before. We just did not want to do it.
Joey was laying next to the table and he had his hand up and he's like, "Can I just do it like this? Like, do I have to be sitting in my chair?" And I'm like, "Yes, you have to be sitting in the chair."
That one hurt to win. But yeah, no, just if you're passionate about something, y'all want to do something, if you want your side hustle to take off, put effort into it and keep on going, And there's going to be times where
I'm reading the comment.
Oh.
To win, you have to live in California.
So
Wants everybody to move.
that's one thing, is that with what I kind of wanted to do has changed on the side hustle side, because if y'all remember, I started merch with what was it? It was the
Left Lane Living.
It was before that. It
Oh.
was the jacket. Remember the jacket with the rose?
The king thing.
It was the Vidi Veni Vici. It was the
Dude speaking in tongues, man.
it was Latin.
There's gonna be a goat at the door of the studio. Speaking Latin over here.
It was a jacket that I designed on Etsy, or it was Shopify. It had Vidi Veni Vici on the pocket of it.
What does that mean?
Start
Which
summoning.
I was about to say.
Okay.
So it's
Quit summoning.
Quit summoning demons, man.
I know it from the gym culture. It's from Julius Caesar. Let me check. Hold on.
Damn, he's the one that was trying to sell it and he doesn't know what it means.
I haven't.
No. If it was a dream, you should have remembered it.
So it was
Man, I don't even remember what I
from.
had for breakfast.
It was Julius Caesar. Caesar said it was Vidi Veni Vici, or Veni Vidi Vici. I'm sorry. It means I came, I saw, I conquered. Right. And the shirt I had, had a rose on the back, and it said, "Walk like a king, stand like a king, walk like a giant. Stand like you have authority, and walk like you can back it up." Right. That was the first jacket or piece of merch.
But what does it mean?
It was the first piece of merch that I dropped on my Etsy store and did not sell one, right? I was messing with the margins a lot, just couldn't sell it. I didn't understand it at the time, right? This is before I knew Alibaba was a thing. After that, I worked with an artist and got Left Lane Living, right? And I made a sticker. It was a synthwave fill. So it was a car community thing, and I sold 2 of those. Lost money on both of them because I dropped the margins way down, and I ended up paying like $2 a piece for someone to buy it, right? So that's where I started understanding. We had the buffet. Dang, that was funny.
All they said, I see it as you miss 100% of the shots you miss because I stay struggling for real.
That's a good one. So with that, those 2 in my eyes failed, right? They didn't work out. But because I tried those 2 things,
What did you learn from it?
I was able to successfully drop merch for Raptorstrike. From that, I learned Alibaba, I learned e-commerce, I learned all that from those 2 failed times through Etsy, right?
Which we have we still have our jet tags,
Yes.
our Striker, the Raptor
Segway.
keychains, and what else were you gonna
Both for $5.
Yeah,
And
both.
decals.
I
See.
still need to get one for Justice. Justice has been asking to buy one.
But that's what I'm saying. I started with those 2 ideas. That translated to me getting merch for y'all and working on merch still for the winter season, foreshadowing. And I mean, y'all both know I have a side project that I'm trying to do apparel for as well, which is going to translate to that. So what I'm trying to say with all this is that if you start your passion and 2 times it does not work, you're going to learn why it didn't work for the 3rd time.
3rd time's the charm.
Yes. So just keep grinding, learn from your mistakes. Mistakes are life's best teachers, and keep going. Maybe your first business isn't going to work. Maybe your second isn't, maybe your third isn't, but you're going to learn for your 4th, 5th, or 6th.
Yeah. If you keep at it.
If you keep at it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Keep at it, consistent, and grind.
DT Mavs is talking about our merch. They are all very nice merch because he's one of the only only supporters that has everything we've ever dropped. Actually, multiple of everything that we've ever dropped. But Sal has been working on an actual website for y'all to be able to purchase merch.
Yes.
And all I have to say is, even if you're not going to buy anything, if you visit the store, read the description, read the descriptions of the items for sale, because they're out of pocket and it's.
I have okay. When you said that
you're
to
telling me you haven't.
I saw it. No. Sal sent it to me on the side.
I revoked your privileges.
Sal on the side sent it to me because hey, I think it got lost in chat, and I was like, I like it, but I didn't read through it because what time was that at?
I don't know.
So what he's saying is that he ignored your message.
He said your message sucks.
Your message sucks.
Are you gonna put it on the TV?
I can. Yeah.
Justice, are you still in the chat? Let's wait for a response.
No, we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it anyway.
He's gonna like it.
We got his permission beforehand.
Totally.
Hey.
And just so y'all know, we're still working on this. So
It is definitely a work in progress. It is not live yet, so
yeah, if y'all try to buy something, scammer gets scammed.
Yeah. Thank you for the donation.
Is there anything we have to mess with?
No, you just hit Joey.
Joey. We're gonna open.
Go back to the homepage. So, there it is. Get some of our totally awesome merch, and then you hit shop now.
I don't want to.
Okay. And then boom.
The Rizzler. Look at that right up front. The t-shirts. That's not the actual price, but we're trying to figure that one out.
Yeah.
The t-shirts aren't real yet. I just put that on there as a.
And
as you can see, we're out of stock. They are flying off the shelf.
Yeah. And just to make it known, those t-shirts that you are seeing, like us wear, or the one that you see on the picture, are going to be different than the ones we drop. These are the ones that were handmade by Leo, one of our
AKA Krillin.
Krill Dog.
Yeah.
These will not be the ones that are mass produced or sold. These are special
for us,
us and supporters.
You guys are gonna get a different t-shirt. Those pictures will change. The pricing will change. It's just a placeholder. I just wanted to put more than one item on it.
The funny thing is, I want to leave that item. I want to leave the Rizzler and just have it always say sold out. I mean, so when people
the Rizzler sold out.
When people visit it, they'll be like, damn, they sold all those shirts.
So hear me out. We'll change it to the Rizzler and then put the price at $420.
$420.69.
Yes. And then
so out of stock.
Yeah. So
Justice, you will be immortalized on our website.
I think there's more pictures there too.
There is. I think you have 2 different pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
at that guy.
Sheesh.
And the description of this item is: Rizz up your special someone with one of these high quality t-shirts, available in a variety or colors, as long as it's red, and will for sure make your girl want you even more.
I was typing quick, man.
No, Rizzler and F-150 not included. Can we do our descriptions like that? Are we allowed
go to the next one. Go to the next one.
Go to the key tag.
What's Nevik? How's it going, Nevik? We're doing all right, man. We're just enjoying episode 20. Thank you for joining us.
And our
our jet tag.
Is that?
Hold on. He took that picture from his desk.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
is that
I was
your desk?
literally at my desk at work, and I'm just click.
For the low price of $5 dues, you will get a whole bona fide Raptorstrike jet tag that is sure to make your in-laws jealous of how sexy your keys are.
So
Joey's over there dying.
So, okay, that's your initial reaction to reading that. Imagine
Does that
me.
make you want to buy it?
I was sitting at my desk when I was reading that when he sent the link, and it is so quiet in my office that all you hear is like a dog squeaky toy coming from my cubicle, because I'm trying to hold my laugh because if I laugh, it's gone. Like everyone's gonna hear me.
That's hilarious.
So, but I think Sal did a great job, and even with this is what I'm talking about. We wanna be able to Even if we're not live and you're just looking at our website and you're looking at our merch, we are hoping that we would make somebody crack a smile. Even a smirk, not even laugh. Like, you don't even have to laugh. If you just do like a hard exhale, out of your nose, it's all worth it. Because I know you smirked at least when you did that. It's not so much. Are we in the entertainment business? Yes. There's no other way to put it. Yeah. We are in the entertainment business, but our main goal is to at least try to have people forget about their problems and just kind of laugh or listen or feel. It's the human emotion is what a lot of things are missing. It's all become about money and this and what I bought the most expensive that to break it, whatever. You know, when it comes to what we're doing, we just want to make people have a good time and smile. There's, be cool, stay humble, but just smile and enjoy life. Mm-hmm. And if we can have any help of just brightening someone's day, that is the biggest payoff, for all of this. Even with our, episode 10 being our mental health episode, if my story and the pain that we went through can help somebody else on their journey, it makes up for everything. That's the ultimate. We didn't get into this for money. We didn't get into this for fame. Because going back to what we were talking about, we did it for fun. But going back to the beginning, what are the odds that we get famous? But for the 137 subscribers that we have, and the 38.
Someone just subscribed.
Awesome.
Yo, thank you whoever subscribed.
To the new subscriber, thank you. If you come across our content and you at least crack a smile, it pays off for everything. That is the biggest payoff. So when it comes to our merch, $5, $1, or we need to add those little stickers on there too. $1 little stickers. Yeah. Our price margins for how much that we pay for the merch, I'm not out here to try to make profit. Mm-hmm. It's like the least of my worries right now. My main thing is I want to make sure that we're creating content that are relatable to people, and it allows for human emotion to be something.
Yeah, to be completely transparent, the merch program that we're doing, thanks to Joey's like basically carrying the team there.
Merch baby. It
really only makes enough money to support itself.
Yeah, and to buy other merch.
Yeah.
So we can continue selling.
Yeah, exactly. The program makes enough money to support itself, or at least that's the plan. Mm-hmm. If enough of you guys buy it, then we can continue selling merch. We can continue providing you guys with awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So, just do what you can.
Yeah, because I didn't format this to be a business.
Yeah.
So everything that you see here is either a gift or it's purchased out of pocket from all three of us.
Yep.
And there's no other way to put it, but we're very blessed to be in the position where we can, purchase all of this stuff to make content. None of this is here to be like, oh, this will pay itself off in 3 episodes. This will do this. None of this was business decisions. It was all
just, I need this.
I want to enjoy it, and I want people to be able to hear us clearly. I want to be able to make sure that our audio is going through. That's what we're here for. And if we ever lose sight of that, I will shut this thing down so fast. It will turn to dust if we ever lose sight of that. And I hope that there's a bit of checks and balances in between us. Like, someone's getting their hand slapped if it ever changes from our goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
With Sergeant Hood in the chat, wrinkles mean you laughed. Gray hair means you care, and scars mean you lived. Yeah.
That's fair.
Something that I said in episode 10. You want to live your life and not just outlive death. There's a difference. Mm-hmm. And enjoy the journey. Just have a good time. DT Mav, you're welcome. Oh, because he bought everything. Because he bought everything. Joshua, nice to see you again.
JJ, what's up, JJ?
You're I had to say it.
Have you seen the one where the guy goes up to the Wendy's,
Arby's? Oh,
or
Wendy's?
Arby's or
One of the
something?
two.
He's like 1278. What? 1278. Please pull up.
I didn't even order, big bro.
12.7. Johnson, I know it's you.
You're the only one that pulls up to the drive-thru and says you're.
You know what I think is funny too that's brought up is have y'all seen that clip from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie where they're all kids?
Oh, about the New Yorkers?
Yeah, they all like
I feel seen but insulted at the same
yeah, it's
time.
like here. Can I get a double aqua tea and a
bacon, egg, and cheese.
bacon, egg, and cheese with the bev? Yeah.
It's funny things that I think that's why the comedy show went so well is because they were saying so many things that we understand and can relate to. It's all comes down to that. But yes, the merch. For those of y'all that follow my social media at Raptorman 5.0, I am currently running for the month of October a fundraiser. I'm trying to raise some funds for Raptors and Rifles, which we are sponsors of. So if you have $1, $5, $10, $20, I've had people. I've had someone donate $100. If you can leave something or donate something, I would really appreciate it, and so would all the guys and gals with Raptors and Rifles, as well as the sponsor veterans that they take out for different events. We are looking at it's already 9:11 p.m. and it's this episode's been flying by. I mean, time flies when you're having fun, right? And I hope you guys are too. For those of y'all that are in chat,
You hope they're flying?
no. How
That brother floating.
how did I say it?
He said time flies when you're having fun, and I hope y'all are too.
Yeah, well, I'm saying having fun. I'm
I
hoping
know.
they're having
I know
fun.
what you meant. I just wanted to.
Soaring, flying.
So what do we got next, Joey?
Denny's. So after the comedy show.
Oh, at Pinstacks as well.
Oh yeah, we went to Pinstack. I forgot about that. I still got
Denny's
like
was more
60
notable.
credits. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Denny's, we went to Denny's we went to Pinstack. We'll talk about Pinstack first. While we pulled up the trucks from the garage area, we parked next to each other in front of Pinstack. And one thing was that when we got off the truck, we're talking a little bit, taking pictures, and a car goes by us, and the floor shifts, and we're just like,
Maybe we should move the trucks.
Maybe we should move the trucks. Did we move the trucks? No, I thought that was pretty funny though. So we go into Pinstack, and they had never gone. You, Sal, or Lena, we'd never gone, or y'all never gone. So we're like, oh, it's like
Joey
main
was our
event.
chaperone.
I was your chaperone. They had pool. We didn't play any pool, but we did the arcade part.
I didn't see the pool. Where was the pool?
I don't think they had pool.
Yo,
Bowling.
They had
sorry.
bowling.
That's why it's
Bowling.
called pin stack. Bowling pin.
He's having a revelation right now.
No, I'm trying to look for when I asked.
Oh, he's trying to look for when he asked.
This
Oh.
guy. This
So it was pretty fun. It's basically main event. Just a different main event, right? Then afterwards,
I didn't know that air hockey had a time limit.
I didn't know that either. I did not know that.
Longest game of air hockey I've ever had. We outdid the machine. So, just so y'all know, it's timed. I did not know that.
That was so funny. You're like, hey, it stopped working.
Yeah, let's.
Done.
Hey.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. They have like an axe throwing game there. That was great. Boom. Well, I thought you were right-handed. Why were you throwing him with your left hand?
I'm just better at doing things like that with my left hand.
Respect.
Weird flex, but okay.
I got the
Odd brag, but
the
it
axe
works.
stuck handle first.
Oh, that was so funny. After that, we went to Denny's, right? And off the rip, we get there, and what did I say? It was when we made the guy laugh.
They said
Oh, is it 'cause
booths
we
or
were-
tables.
Oh,
He said booth, and we were like, they fit in booths. We don't.
We
And the
don't.
guy's like, that's why we got half and halves.
That's why we have a half table, half booth. So we sit down, and I think we look for what we're gonna order, and Sal orders first. And
Well, the waitress is holding her laugh because I said they gave y'all the big booth that
Yeah.
spans the whole side of the restaurant.
so she already started laughing from that, and then Sal ordered, and he said, "Can I get 2 pancakes and
Hash browns.
hash browns?" Did she say that's it?
She
Or
said,
She was like, "Is that all?"
is that all?
she's the way she said it though was, "Is that all?" Like she was questioning it, and me and Noah were like trying to hold in our laughter,
was
and then
like, "Wait, what?"
Sal was like, "Excuse me," and she was like, "Is that it? Is that all?" And me and Noah just started busting out laughing. We're like, "Man, she's calling you fat. She don't believe that that's all you're gonna eat."
I think Joey's comment was like, she's waiting for you to order more. Like, I know you can eat more.
And she's laughing. And then if you want to pull up your email real quick.
I emailed you the video.
So there was a trend a few years ago where people would randomly punch each other's food and like just kind of like destroy it, right? Well, I'll do a thing if someone hands me a piece of food, like, "Oh, do you want some?" I will just straight palm it and eat it. So yesterday we caught it on video. And are you ready?
I don't know. Is it going to show the audio?
It should. We probably won't hear it.
Okay. Noah.
It's playing on your.
Oh, it's playing on my computer. Damn it.
So Noah offered me some eggs.
Yeah. So the audio of the video is the camera's panning towards me, and it said, "Hey," or
You just hear your laugh. at
my
the
laugh in the background. Mind you, it's like 1:30 to 2 a.m.
It's like 2 a.m.
As
Joey
we're-
just grabs eggs.
Eggs from a plate.
end. That was we were all running on fumes. That was the funniest thing ever. That Denny's was really good.
Oh, I mean, everything was seasoned.
Yeah.
it was great.
It tasted great. Yeah.
That or it was just I was.
Compared to the other Denny's we went to,
Now, granted, it was my first meal that I had the entire day. So,
I agree with you. It was exceptional for Denny's.
Yes.
it was good. I mean, the sausage links had. So, what for those of y'all that are watching and y'all go to Denny's? A, do you like it? B, what do you order? Joey was starving.
Yes.
I every time I go to Denny's, I order the same thing: the lumberjack slam,
Yes.
and it's probably too much food. It is too much food, but it's always gone by the end of it. Especially the eggs, the way that he just
Yeet.
He just yeah. I was gonna do the same thing.
Thanks.
But I'm probably gonna throw that on our TikTok and see what happens.
But
oh,
yeah,
man.
that was Denny's. Denny's was pretty fun. But
The waitress stopped coming around because we kept making jokes and she felt bad for laughing.
yeah, we just kept making fat jokes. But with the last 40 minutes of the episode, that's all. That's all. The food. Oh, he meant the story. Thought it was Denny's.
No, because I said I ordered the lumberjack slam, and he's asking that's all.
Oh, he said that's all you're gonna eat. That's funny. We're gonna get into our questions for this episode. Feel free to answer them in chat if you are comfortable with doing so. To start, no, the food. Oh, okay. Did you wash your hands? Is my question. No. Anyways, so
He didn't, so he grabbed your steering wheel with eggs.
so the first question is, what makes a good car at a car meet?
Air conditioning.
Oh,
The
tits.
owner.
The owner. Explain.
I can't stand when you go to a car meet and the owner is just a egotistical bigot.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Fair.
I came here to enjoy the cars, not hear you talk and just blabbermouth. you know, huevo juice.
Is that what he said?
Someone put it.
Who put it?
Well, it went away.
No, your mom.
Oh, it was my mom. When you go to car meets, it's because you want to enjoy the area. You want to see other cars. You want to see other people. What makes the car is the owner. If you ask, you know, one thing that is the same across all car guys and gals is if you ask them about their car and you're if you ask them about their car and you actually show interest, they are happy to share with you what they have. But if it's an owner that is, my stuff's the best, they don't know what they're talking about, and they're lying about the modifications on their car, because there are those people as well. Like I said, there's a select handful of people that ruin it for everybody else. But it's really for me, it doesn't matter about the car. If the owner is passionate about it and they're pretty cool to hang out with and just talk with, that makes the whole experience 10 times better. I'll give an example. Quick story. We did the car show at Chaparral Ford, and there was one of my favorite vehicles that pulled up was a 1973 Ford F-150, or I think it was an F-150 or F-100, one of the two. But it was coyote swapped. And we went to go look at it. We're taking pictures. And we started talking to the owner, and he actually wanted to go to our car show at Alamo Hero Con. But he goes, what date was it? Because he was going to put in his planner and on his phone. And he said, the truck's going to be in paint. He's like, I'll try to head out there to you know, I'll take my kids to the convention, but the truck will be in paint. But just talking to him about it, him telling us how they did it, what they did, and he was, you know, genuinely interested in what we were doing because he saw our truck and his thing. He turned to all the older gentlemen that he knew that were looking at his truck, and he's like, guys, isn't this great? Like, we got these younger guys out here, they want to do this, they're looking at the cars, they're not just looking at supercars and this and that. He's like, they want to see the builds, this is so awesome. And he was even pointing to my truck because he parked right in front of me. So he's like, look at what they're doing, you know? We're doing paint and patina, they're doing wraps. Like, look at that, that's freaking cool. It's all about the owner and not so much about the car. You know, the only time it comes to be about the car is when you're doing like a full-blown auto show convention where it's new cars from manufacturers. Because at that point there is no owner, it's just the manufacturer.
It's a Miata that I don't fit in.
Yeah, that's a story for separate. That's a story for a separate episode. But yeah, but that's what I would say. The owner is what makes the car.
Nice. Sal?
So one thing that really bugs me, like it really bugs me.
Like grinds your gears.
It grinds my gears.
What was the question?
What makes a good car at a car
I'll
meet?
get to it. 1 second. Really bugs me.
No. I mean, I forgot the question.
Is it lifted trucks?
No. There's those people that like airbrush the inside of their hoods with their car. Like, so it's like carception, right?
What? I've never seen that.
For a lot of the car
Like
car
the
show
cars.
Yeah, like when you're trying to win something, they'll dress up the engine bay, but they'll get their car
Airbrushed onto their car.
onto the bottom side of their hood. So it's like their car on their car. He's saying he doesn't like them.
So anyways, what makes a good car is usually it's not that, but to me it's a combination of small but meaningful modifications. Like, it'll be something along the lines of, oh, I put on some dress-up bolts that look really nice. Oh, you know, I painted my valve cover, you know, a good color that matches the build and style of the vehicle. Or, hey, I got my valve cover airbrushed, you know, so it has like a design on it that looks nice. You know, hey, you know, I'm building this like really awesome themed car. I put on these wheels that match the theme of the car. So usually to me, I look at I look at the whole thing and then I start dialing in, like seeing, okay, this is what they did for this. You'll start noticing the details once you like look at the whole build.
On Sal's way of thinking is he likes like sleeper builds.
Yes.
And he's very detail oriented, where he wants to see that passion. You have so much of that passion that sure, the car looks factory, or it's not extravagant and in your face, but when you look at it and you start zooming into the bigger picture, you start to see
airbrush my wheels to look like my wheels now.
When you start looking at all the fine details, is there was thought put into this.
Yeah.
It's not just, oh, I kept all that factory because it looked decent by itself.
Yeah, like, dude, have some passion in your thing, dude. Like, actually take something and make it better, not just modify it for the sake of modifying.
What about you? What
Modify.
makes a car?
What makes a good car at a car meet for me is specializing in something, right? So if you're gonna do the paint, do something like with the paint, like put thought into the paint. If you're gonna do like the lowrider guys, they do it's basically a piece of art. Mm-hmm. They put thought into the design. The pinstripes are where they want the pinstripes. It's not random. They put the murals, or like I say this as a joke, but I really mean it. When I make it big and my dad passes, I'm going to get an Impala hood with muraled of him, because I think that's so cool, and I think it's very meaningful to have a
Why
piece.
not the whole Impala?
No, just the hood. He just gets the hood.
The top or the bottom of the hood?
No, it like for me, it's don't airbrush your own car onto the hood, dude.
Peter, I don't like hearing car owners talk bad about other cars.
Whack.
I think certain people deserve.
Okay, so if you're talking bad
the hatred
about a car whose owner is a jerk, I can get behind that.
There you go.
Now, if you're talking about any car just because, I don't like that, because it's like, hey, they're trying to do something. But if you're saying like your car is the
like unless you're doing like a whole roast my car type section, right?
Mm-hmm.
I actually want to do one for the Raptor.
I wonder if we can do that with the fans. Would y'all like that? Would y'all send in pictures of y'all's car?
Please
Y'all's traffic cars?
That's not what I meant. I meant post the Raptor and have social media
roast it. Nah, dog. We're gonna roast other people's cars.
We're gonna.
But going back, so it's like if you specialize in something, if it's you should do the underside hood with your dad driving the Impala. So if it's the paint, if it's the performance, if it's the look, if it's the audio system, as long as you put thought into, if it's the whole car, like if it's different parts, just put thought into it. Just want to do something or have a passion in it. Just don't, I don't know, maybe I'm being hypocritical with the statement, but if you go to AutoZone and get a hood scoop and say like, oh, my car's cool now, it's better than yours. No.
Now, if you go to AutoZone and get a hood scoop and you cut a hole in your hood because you have a hood scoop on your engine that's popping out, that's pretty cool.
Wait, why would you get a hood scoop?
I'm saying you're modifying it.
Oh yeah, you're modifying it if you cut
No, I mean like
an
air scoop. Okay, the engine that's sitting in my washroom, it has a...
I'm talking about the 3M, dog.
Well, yeah, but those can also be 3M. I was trying to build... Next question.
3M your face.
3M these. So would y'all rather go to a dealership for a car or private seller?
Private.
What kind of car are we talking?
A car.
Just a car in general.
So what's your 6 times out of 10? Which one are you going to?
Okay, well, if the only reason I'm going to a dealer is because it's something I can't afford,
and you need finance.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Everything else, and if I can't afford it, I'll go to a person.
Felt.
So, I mean, Can I afford the one that I'm going to get from Craigslist? Absolutely not. But
You talking about that one? Are you still looking into that one?
the Crown Vic?
No.
Oh,
Are you still looking into that, or
am I?
I feel like you are.
Updates. Change is good.
We're going for 7 figures, dog.
No. Yes, but
7-figure debt.
no, I'd still be in the 6 figures.
No, we're going for 7.
Oh, we're going for 7. Go beyond your credit limit.
Go further beyond.
Bare bones, the question, what would you go? It depends on the price of the car. Like, okay, let's do this. Fox bodies are awesome cars, in my opinion.
Yes.
But they're so popular that the price is just way out of whack. Even people that private party or the dealership, like, you're screwed either way. People with, oh, it's an all original Fox body Mustang, blah 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 blah. I want $15,000.
I'll
No.
give you a Slurpee.
Now, for collectors, maybe, but for dudes like me, the moment I receive it, everything original is coming off the car.
I don't like collectors for that reason.
Oh, that they just leave everything.
No, they just don't drive the cars.
Oh yeah, that's not. I can't do it. If I buy a Lamborghini STO,
Yeah.
or an SV, it's not gonna sit. I'm gonna drive. It's gonna have miles on it.
100% throttle all the time.
Yeah, I mean, do you see a straightaway with no cop, no stop? You better not. You better not. What? All I'm saying, kids, is if you're in debt, and make sure you go to work every day. You need that motivation. When I see my debt go up, I go to work. If I lose my job, I get another job. I gotta pay these cars. That's all I'm saying. What about you?
I think mine is more so like private seller more, if I decide to buy a car, because y'all know my opinion about credit. It's still very new to me, and it's very scary to me because of how new it is to me. So it's more so, if I don't have the money, or if I don't have most of the money, I'm not gonna buy it, but so private seller and buying something.
The other thing would be, I'm not sure exactly how this works, but if you go to a bank and you're like, I want a $5,000 loan for a car, I have $5,000 in the bank, can I take out the loan? There's some kind of program that does that. Like, you have the money, but here's how it's gonna start here's how it's gonna kickstart my
credit.
My credit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna take out a $5,000 loan. Y'all see that I have the $5,000. How can we work this out? And that might be a conversation you can have with the bank. Is this possible? But that question needs a little bit more detail to it, because say you're gonna buy a $5,000 car, you're not gonna go to the dealer to buy. It's the same car, the same everything. They're both priced at $5,000. Are you gonna pay it? Are you gonna go to a private party and pay $5,000, or are you gonna go to the dealership and pay $5,000? Because I can tell you right now, if you go private party, you're paying taxes, to transfer the title and all that.
You're still paying taxes.
And that's it. But at the dealership, you're getting all of these other little fees, tax, title, and license. You're getting the loan for it, which means you get the interest put on top of that. You're not paying $5,000. You're paying, depending on your credit, you're paying $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. So at that rate, go private party. But then again, I am probably the worst person to give you financial advice. I'm just saying,
Raptor.
if it's a $5,000 car, buy a private party. Don't go to a dealership. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to answer this question in every different way that it could have been asked.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
again, I may have certifications in finance, but I am still the worst person to ask.
2013 Ford
Fair.
Raptor SVT for $16,900.
That sounds sketch.
What's wrong with it? How many miles?
It's in Spanish.
Is it stolen? It's stolen.
Let me see.
It's in Spanish. Wait, what do you mean underside of the hood? Because if you want if you want to go there.
I think you stopped typing. It means like when you open the hood and then you see the
Yeah, like if you do a chrome dress up or a modified engine, you show off the engine, but at the same time you're showing the mural.
yeah, it's like a mural on top and then the engine. Sal, what was your take on that?
So, buying private party versus dealership. Personally, I don't think I'd ever buy a car new.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No,
I
it's not
did it
worth it.
once, and you Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever buy a car new. Like, it's one of those things that, like, even like my Mustang I bought used. Very low miles. Actually, I got a really good deal on it.
I've
So-
always been told, and I agree with it, is never buy it new and depreciation and all that. I have a friend.
Noah's use my advice that I'm not using.
Do what I say, not what I do.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
16.9 because it has 200,000 miles on it.
Which is fair.
Yeah, that's a fair price.
Okay.
So
So not a scam. It's not stolen.
so
Oh,
It's
does it have
already
fine.
does it have a title and do the names match?
Yeah, that's why you're saying that. The blue title is in hand and ready to be nationalized.
Yeah, so it's ready to be taken to Mexico and made a Mexican truck.
So we're buying this truck.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
You know what? The funny thing about that you bring up that Raptor. We ran into some kids at Bass Pro Shops. You know, they're doing fundraiser or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, first off, he goes, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I guess he saw the logo, and he goes, did you just pass? Is that anime Raptor yours? Are you the driver? I said, yeah. He goes, dude, that thing's awesome. I've seen it all around town. And so he started asking about it, and he goes, what kind of range, what kind of Raptor do you recommend, like, for a good price?
Any of them.
What do you think I should go for? I said, the first gen Raptors are very, very nice. You really can't go wrong with the first gen. I said, the reason I would go with the first gen is when you go into the second and the third gen. I'm sorry, I'm taking a detour. When you go into the second and the third gen, you're introducing turbos, which introduces more problems.
Complexity.
If you've never driven any, or if you've never owned any turbo vehicles or forced induction, I was like, it's more complex. There's more things that can go wrong.
More parts. to break.
There's more things
the
that
way
are
I describe
sensitive.
it is the first gen Raptor is dumb simple.
Dumb. Anyway,
Like it is
Totally
engine,
dumb.
transmission, rear end, suspension, and
Truck.
that's it. You got a truck. It's an F-150.
that can jump.
Yeah, that you can take off a jump.
Mhm.
The second gen Raptor is a little bit more specialized and it's a little bit more complex.
Yeah,
It's still an
it's-
F-150.
It's a polished product.
It's a polished turd.
Yes.
No, but it's
Jesus
more
Christ.
complex because it has more electronic systems and then it has the
Turbos.
turbos and it has electronic wastegates if you have a certain model and above. It's much more complex and it's much more expensive to fix, but a first gen Raptor is just an F-150 with an F-250 engine and in a fancy set of shocks.
So was I correct in my advice?
I agree.
Okay.
I would go with a first gen one.
But they're pretty cool kids. They're selling. They were taking donations. They were selling coasters. Okay. They're
Coast-
like, you make a donation and you pick a coaster. There's no price on the. I'm like, you're selling the coaster. Like, that's how that works. But but they're pretty cool kids, and
That's cool.
I gave them a card, and they wanted to see the truck, and I told them, hey, we race it. It does jumps. There's videos. Go take a look. So, maybe
You
they
never?
did.
I thought you saw the truck.
I've never seen the truck around town. Rather, I've never been lucky enough to see the truck around town.
It's usually
Um,
south side, north side. No.
it's south. Well, more so north side now, currently. But, I just need to go. I need to go out more during the daytime.
Yeah. Usually when we take the truck out, it's at night.
It's nighttime. Yeah.
We go.
yeah.
Usually one of our spots is downtown. We just cut through downtown so everybody can see the truck,
Yeah.
which is really good.
Tourists and everybody. We'll have multiple people like give a thumbs up
And
from afar.
what's good too is that the truck has an audio system in it, right?
Yeah.
So we just crank it up, make it as loud and like
Boom, boom, boom.
it's always that song. So people look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too old to be going.
He
out
can't
like that.
see. No.
I can't see. All right, next question.
Next question. If you have, okay, so I'm gonna say the question, then I'm gonna explain it, right?
Explain.
If you had to get a new car tomorrow, what would it be? Now, I was originally gonna say, with the funds that you have, what car would you get tomorrow? But I do not want to say that because then that outs the money that we have, right? And I'm not gonna do that. So now,
Bus.
Clapped out.
Crown Vic. Hey, they're for like $500 at auction. Auction.
You're about to get struck. You take that back.
What?
Say psych right now. Crown Vics are beautiful cars.
Yes, but you can get them for like $500.
I wish you can get them for $500.
You used to.
My dad found one for $900 that I wanted to buy, so I can pull parts off of that and put it on mine. The electrical system was clapped. The body of the thing said, my son tried to install a anti-theft system and it never worked. After that, he left it on my property. Please take it. And they sold it.
So I remember it was before COVID, 2018. We had just started college. That was when I started like looking at cars and stuff like that. You would have Crown Vics for like $400 or $500, practically new because, well, not practically new, but they were fleet vehicles.
They were cop cars.
They were just cop cars from auction. You can get real cheap V8, but nowadays, no.
No, everything's gone up. I know what I have.
Yep.
I know what I have.
Nowadays, the Dodge Chargers that they implemented don't even survive.
So this question is, if you can get a new car tomorrow, if you had to get a new car tomorrow, what would you get?
What would you get? And now I'm opening it to anything. If you can get any car, like dream car, if you had to get a car tomorrow, what would it be?
Well, no,
It's the dream car question.
Don't say the dream car, because it says if you had to get a new car, meaning you're going to be driving it every day and you're going to need it for everything.
Yes.
So make it a realistic. Don't say dream car, because that's
if you
not
had
realistic.
to get a new daily tomorrow,
okay,
what would it be?
F-150
Specific.
XLT, like literally just work truck, like not base model, but just slightly above it, where it has a few features, but not like windy windows.
What do you got against a base model XLT, huh? What do you got
windows?
against what do you got against red super cab XLT Ford trucks, huh?
What do you mean?
He gets it.
No, look at me. Peter said I could buy a Via Bus pass with what's in my account.
No, you said XLT.
Damn, I
that's
can't
my
even
dad's
get a
truck.
Via
No,
Bus
that's
pass.
my truck too. Like
Yours
I
is-
would buy it.
Yours is it XLT?
His is XLT.
What?
Yeah. I mean,
Like
where's
I would
mine?
buy, like I wouldn't buy a base model, but I would buy the XLT trim.
He would buy the one that has everything, the lowest
is-
trim that has everything he wants.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna get a limited or a King
Platinum.
Ranch or a platinum.
I might.
Oh, like here comes this.
I want a platinum.
I'm trying to help you, dog. Explain what you're saying. Okay.
No, but yeah, I'd probably just get like an XLT.
So he'd get another F-150.
You.
Has to be a long bed though.
I'd get an Expedition.
We go. I was gonna say a Navigator.
I was gonna say Navigator.
I
too,
went
but
to the Lincoln dealership to get my plates. They don't have my plates still.
still
But I was looking at the Navigator again. Like I would really like a Navigator.
the one that I-
Raptor swap.
that's my dream. I want a Raptor swap Navigator.
Raptor swap and
Take it
Navigator.
out to Raptors and Rifles. See what they say.
But again, going. I'm not gonna go into that story. Never mind. I was gonna. It would have taken a tangent. Yeah. So yeah, I would do it for a daily driver. If gas wasn't an issue of this, blah 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 blah. I would do a Navigator. It's big enough to where you can fold the seats down. You can still put stuff in it.
I mean, our Expedition gets like 20 miles to the gallon, dude. It's not bad.
The one that I drive.
Yeah, but you know how I drive?
I mean, I drive the same, but
Have you?
I drive the same.
the one that I drive for work is really like we go to
It's
Corpus and back with one tank. It's not.
Well, I
it's,
hope so. Does it have a 36-gallon tank?
yeah,
No,
something.
those only have 28 gallon tanks.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we
Uh,
take it.
But yeah, like totally. Like we
So
went to,
basically, you pick the same truck you have.
yeah, I really like my truck.
I picked my work vehicle.
And he picked his work vehicle, and I picked a version of my work vehicle.
Actually, no. You know what I would daily? F-250. I would daily an F-250.
I have no
Hey,
need
again?
for an F-250.
It's just so comfortable.
Driving through the parking garage last night,
I would have.
dude. Man,
It looked like you when you're
Like-
in the truck. You like I thought I was gonna hit it.
I wanted to hit the gas, but I was like, if the front end lifts like just an inch, I am hitting a pole. I'm hitting a water line right now.
Because an F-250 would have made it right. It was like 6'8" clearance.
Probably not lifted F-250, but bone stock, yeah.
DT Mav's a tank.
A tank. No, but I picked a work vehicle. We have a F-250, and I love driving that thing.
I would
It's
enjoy
comfortable.
a Navigator. Or
They are.
Expedition.
Personally, I
Or
have no
Navigator,
need
sorry.
for an F-250. Like, I'm just going to tow either my car or I'm going to have my four-wheeler in the bed.
Honestly, the diesels are really good on gas. Like,
yes.
really good
really good on diesel.
on
Fuel.
diesel. Yeah, sorry, on fuel.
I would get an F-250 to trailer the Raptor.
Trailer the Raptor.
Yeah,
Go
like it,
full send
like
on the
full
race.
send race Raptor. Take the interior out, even though it's really nice. But
I'll take it out.
Full roll cage interior.
are these questions from those? Okay,
These
Well,
are from me.
you don't got out. You could have lied, but
I could have lied.
Next
This one comes from our viewer.
yeah. Next question.
What is your go-to music genre right now?
Groove, like 70s,
Bow, bow,
like
Disco.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. I
That's
mean,
disco.
disco, whatever.
disco Motown.
The best part is like, I've started. I've always cared what people thought, or like even strangers. Now I don't. And so I'll have all the windows down. I'll be blasting music, right? And I'll start dancing in the truck. And certain people will be like, the hell is this guy doing? What drugs is he on? Or they'll be like, or they'll smile. And they're like, hey, turn it up. Like, it's at its max, dog. It's at its max. I can't go any higher than that.
my dude.
You know, and it's that thing of like human emotion. Like that person can have stone face, waiting at a red light, turn because they hear music, and it's like you see my dumbass in the driver's seat dancing, and they're like, "Hey, what?"
Yeah.
So I mean, it just brings joy. And you really can't go wrong. Like no matter the culture, no matter the race, no matter the gender, no matter whatever. That music brings everybody together. Changed my mind. I was doing that today. We were leaving Bass Pro Shops. I had all the windows open, had the
Sunroof.
sunroof open, and both of us were dancing. I mean, great time.
Right now, I'm on a. I kind of go between punk rock, Korn, Doja Cat, and like gangster rap. So
Nice.
that's my current mix of music.
Nice.
I like Paint It Red and Vegas by Doja
Vegas.
Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to Vegas when I got home.
Oh, cool.
And then,
Vegas and
then me and you met at the studio.
Vegas and Say So are my Doja Cat songs.
Have you heard the Japanese version? Say So?
Yes. I think you've showed it to me.
Yeah.
It's good.
What are your genres?
Right now I'm getting, so it was like dark trap, and then it went into punk rock or like emo metal type of like Asking Alexandria, Sleeping with Sirens, stuff like that. And now it's kind of going back into like, I call it ghetto music. It's like gangster rap, but it's like the lesser known people, you know? It's like
SoundCloud?
the SoundCloud that I vibe with, you know? I wouldn't call him SoundCloud because he's big now. That Mexican OT. I don't know if y'all have heard of him. Johnny Dang. That was his
I will
biggest song.
forever know people who started on SoundCloud as SoundCloud rappers.
Nice.
Like that's just always their brand, you know.
Yeah. But now I'm kind of going back into the gangster rap or the ghetto music type of scene.
Okay.
Cool. Yep. Next question.
My truck is great on
Why?
diesel. It doesn't use a drop.
So that was funny.
Gas.
Gas.
Yes, we got Mariah with yes.
Yo.
Wait, yes.
Yas.
For which one?
Which one? Gangster rap. Who's one celebrity you would want on the podcast? Theo Von. Theo Von.
He's pretty funny.
We're gonna have to like turn off all like community guidelines or something. But Theo Von, you know who that is?
No.
He's the limousine of rats guy.
That's the guy that says, makes you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think one of the funnier ones that I heard that he went to Australia and they're like, oh, we're gonna bring a koala, and they're like, just be careful because they carry diseases. Like, you better wash your hands. And his response was, I have diseases. It better wash its hands. Oh man,
he's funny. I would want him on the podcast.
Celebrity we want on the podcast.
That makes no deal.
You have any idea?
Probably Weston Champlin. The guy with the
diesel?
S550 with the Cummins in it.
Yeah.
Weston.
He has a
Ranger. One of the funniest videos that I think is he's testing out the Ranger.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
he hits the gas and like all his face goes away. I think he blows it up and he's like, I think his face.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Like he big block swapped one S550 and then immediately blew it up.
Yeah.
And then he come and swapped the other one, and that one actually came up.
Who would I choose?
That's a good one, Sal. He's really cool.
So we have a comedian. We have a car YouTuber.
Cletus McFarland. I'm just kidding.
That's a.
I don't know.
He's cool.
I'm not sure.
There's nobody that you'd follow that you would want on the podcast. Bert Kreischer. I don't know.
Well, my issue is like I don't idolize a lot of people.
I mean,
Well, it's not
I don't
idol-
idolize
yeah.
that.
Well, no,
Just-
I'm okay. I'm
Who do you
using.
think would be a good fit?
That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah. A vibe.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
Weston Diesel.
Whistling Diesel. Oh man.
I'm not gonna lie. He gets on my nerves.
Yeah, I think he gets on everybody's nerves on purpose.
Yeah, I think he does that on purpose. It's
Oh, I mean that's his business.
it's
you
an
know?
act, you know.
Yeah.
You got a Ferrari, and Ferrari got mad.
And then it burned down. And you got another Ferrari.
The donut guys.
The donut guys.
The donut guys like
Donut Media.
James, Nolan,
All of them.
Oh, I know. Celebrity. Rutledge Wood.
Oh, that's a good one.
I would love for him to be on the podcast.
That is good. Very good.
He is hilarious.
Good soup.
He's hilarious. He's Southern, and he has the Southern drawl accent.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the American version of Top Gear.
Yes.
yes.
It was him, Tanner Faust, and Adam Fiera, I think.
I remember.
Rutledge Wood. I think it would be hilarious. If we can make him laugh and like do his the way that he laughs, I would clip that and have it on
He
our
did food too. That's
the
where I
barbecue
remember
show.
him. Yeah, that's where I
on
remember him
Netflix.
from.
Ryan Reynolds would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody get him on the phone. Tell him to come drive this truck. I think he would love it.
Yes,
We'll invite him to Raptors on the Ranch Part 2
that would be cool.
and have him jump with us in the truck. I think that would be hilarious. So if anyone can clip this and send it to Ryan Reynolds, I think he'll be up for it.
Yes. With the last 6 minutes of
And Samuel Jackson, because Samuel Jackson loves anime.
he does.
He loves
yes.
One Piece.
Well, he was the voice actor for Afro Samurai. which is like American anime. That one was so good. If y'all haven't seen it, it's a 6-part miniseries of the movie. It was. There it is. He's gonna call us connections.
Let's do it.
Afro Samurai, highly recommend it. It won a Grammy. Samuel Jackson, he had like, well,
A Grammy?
yeah, for Emmy, Grammy, whatever.
It's gonna be Emmy because Grammys are for music.
Emmy then. It won awards.
He's like, it won an award.
It won awards.
So did the truck.
Yeah.
It's an award-winning truck.
It's an award-winning truck.
It is an
It may not be
award-winning
race-winning because that's my fault, but
That's what I'm saying.
Olaf
Me behind
video?
the wheel, I'll just break the truck.
He'll win, but he'll break the truck. No,
You'll win, but you'll break the truck.
Yes, but with 5 minutes left in the podcast, I want to go over a
Cinco
few
minutos.
things. Announcements. Next week, the 21st, we are doing a trunk or treat at. Do you have the location? Or do you happen to remember? On our Instagram, we are going to be posting an announcement this week about the trunk or treat next Saturday.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that.
Next Saturday, the 21st. Merch. We still have Striker the Raptor for sale. $5 comes with a sticker. We also have our classic black jet tags, $5 as well. We have our vinyl 12-inch cutouts.
Yeah.
Red, white, or blue for $10. Those are $10. We're working on our merch shop, and whenever that goes live, we will announce it. Something that I have not been able, or I keep forgetting to announce, is that we are doing YouTube videos now as well, and not just lives.
Clips.
We have not officially announced that. I need to do that on Instagram still, but we have a whole lot of content for y'all to see. It is clips from our lives. We do have one video from off-rodeo too, but now they are digestible clips that if y'all want to go back and see a specific topic or anything like that, they are now on our YouTube channel.
I guess, do you want to bring, we can show the example. Hold on.
There's examples?
Right. Bam.
I think he's bringing it up on his laptop, Joey.
He's slow.
I already got
He's
it.
already on YouTube.
And
Sucks.
My channel.
Got him.
there it is.
Hey. Wait, who's that? That is Joey. Okay.
I'm over here. I have it on F11. It's full screen. Look at that. Look at that. A whole lot more professional looking. Come on.
Sal should bring it up on his.
Oh, yeah. On it, dog.
Oh, hold on. So, as you can see, we have our home. You can go over to our videos, and we have clips. Just some are, I think the longest one we have is maybe 11 minutes, but they
I'm
are,
trying to keep him like
we're
2 minutes, 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes. We have, this one's almost 9 minutes, but we try to keep them short. 7 minutes. There it is. 12 minutes is our longest one. A minute and 25 seconds, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds. These are just clips and highlights of different episodes, and also I know we showed our Raptorstrike Takes Off Rodeo on what is that episode? Man, I can never find
That's
it.
episode 18.
You go to lives. 17. So I was right. It was 17.
Oh, 17.
so
we showed the clip.
that we showed the one that was made by Krillin.
Oh.
Of course, we have our shorts that we work on every once in a while. The reason that our shorts are always a hit or miss is sometimes the music that we choose. We're just trying to be very careful with like
Yeah.
copyright stuff.
YouTube's very sensitive about that.
Yeah, or very strict depending on how you want to look at it. You can switch back to the camera, please.
Yes, we are uploading more clips on YouTube. If y'all want to check that out or turn notifications. I actually had a friend last week. Every week I send the link out right to different friends and family, and I sent it to one friend, and he sends a screenshot back and says, don't worry, brother. I have post notifications on. I got you. So don't forget to turn on your post notifications on YouTube and on Instagram. We are pushing more content out, more reels, different types of content now, some comedy stuff, some truck stuff, car stuff. We're pushing more content that way. So if you haven't followed our Instagram, please do and turn on post notifications. We also have the other one's TikTok, right? That one we're gonna try to some of the things that make this hard is I was pushing a lot of stuff on my personal page and then copying it over to Raptorstrike. So my personal page caught more of the attention than the Raptorstrike page. So mine outweighs our page. But it just goes back to I really didn't know how social media works, and after Joey really looked into it and how things work and what you're supposed to do, the algorithm,
he's been doing a very great job at that. So I mean, I think we have one of our TikToks is what 6,000, 7,000.
The one on Instagram is the Olaf one. If y'all haven't seen it, it's at 6,600 views with almost 700 likes. And we are closing in. We're about we're at 167, 168 on our TikTok. We're close to 200. So feel free to share not TikTok, I'm sorry, Instagram. Feel free to share the Instagram and follow if you haven't. We're trying to hit 250 by the end of the year on our Instagram. Other than that, Sal, Noah, y'all have anything else?
None from me.
None from you. Well, just to revise and give a quick gist to this episode, follow your dreams and just try your best at it. If there's something that you want to do and you haven't given it the time of day because you think it won't work or you think you're not good enough, just give it a shot. At least you can say you tried. That's all that matters.
Yep.
In other words, thank you to all of y'all that have come by and watched the live today. I say it every episode. You had, those of y'all that started from the very beginning of the show. Y'all had 2 hours of y'all's day that y'all could have been doing anything else in the world, and y'all decided to spend them here with us, and we really appreciate that. There's nothing in the world that we would change about that, and we really appreciate it. To our supporters that we work with, Alamo Hero Con, CV Fabrication, which you can use promo code Raptorstrike for 5% off their order on any of their parts. Wrap Cuts by Jaws, that's the individual that wrapped the anime raptor that we have, and I think he did a phenomenal job on it. We're going to start doing a new design for the next wrap that we're going to do, which I want it to have brighter colors and not just be a very dark shade of black, gray, and silver. Ogavi's Jewelry, which, again, I used to visit them almost every weekend, and now it's every month, when I get around to it. Go out there to Ogavi's Jewelry. They are inside of the Ironside Mall here in San Antonio, Ironside Antique Mall here in San Antonio, Texas. Huge supporters of the channel. Thank y'all very much, Mr. and Mrs. Villarreal, for all y'all support and kind words and just gestures, and for all the jewelry that I wear. Everything that I wear is from them. Most of it, all of it has been purchased, and a few items, which are mainly my necklace pendants, are custom made from them, and they were really gifts to me. Last but not least, we have Raptors and Rifles, which, as I had said, on my page, Raptorman 5.0, through Instagram, I'm running a fundraiser for the month of October, raising some funds from them and hoping that we can get some more sponsored veterans out to different events. To everyone, we really appreciate y'all's time and y'all's support. In all, this has been a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I leave you with this: be cool and stay humble. We'll see y'all guys next week. Thank you. Actually, correction, we will not have an episode next week. We will see you the week after that, and we'll pretend that didn't happen. We'll see y'all guys
also keep an eye out for the web store.
Oh yeah, keep an eye out for the web store. And with that, I leave you. Be cool and stay humble. Thank you.
Himble.